The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hands it off. At the 35, he's loose. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Got a man. It's Eakin. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Reed. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Bussey. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Under fire. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Adjusting the pattern. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the Razorbacks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. To the air, it's Reed. Working that wide receiver screen. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And
That's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Well, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Scanning the field, it's Reed. He makes the grab, and he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Makes the grab, breaks into the open. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Sampson. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different...
Fires toward the end zone. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Jackson will throw. Touchdown Razorbacks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Fresno State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. The hand to the running back. Hard running there. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Aggies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Russell. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Sampson. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Anthony. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Russell. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
on first down from the 13-yard line. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They go to the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
This one's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
On third down, going up top. Going up top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Special teams proving to be special.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play, playing at home. They're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Pollock, he made one guy miss, and it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
He'll bring it out. It's Craven. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw. It's Reed. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And as he throws, picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. He should have thrown that one away or eaten it. because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Kramer. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A quick pass to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Jackson will throw. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Razorbacks in the hurry-up. He might want another play. Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Russell. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Used the play fake. Now to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. Open spaces. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Might be changing the route. Hauls it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Jackson gonna throw it. Still looking, on the move. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Fit it in the window for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Gets away from one. He's got space. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, but just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would...
Turning it on! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll try the run.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Throws to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Off play action on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Coming out with it, it's Craver. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Aggies. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Jackson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Power football with the run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Sampson. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Aggies! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And that's That's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Jackson going to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Reels it in on the left side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Going to the running game. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Quick completion on the out. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it, passes, sticks, and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and then...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Michigan State is going all in. That offense has more options than they've had in East Lansing in some time. They're up by 38 over Eastern Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Aggies will hustle to the line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the kick is no good, but a penalty flag is down, and there's not much doubt this is going to be roughing the kicker. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they
Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle, and with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Jackson will throw. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They want to throw it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Had to settle for the field goal.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the clock. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Arkansas! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Craven. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to pass, it's Reed. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Snags it on the right. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Here's the pressure. Moving out to the right. Gets away from one. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Texas A&M going up tempo. Looking to fire. He'll try to do it himself. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the 4th quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Man, let that thing rip. How about this guy? Almost 450 yards on the day. He's been throwing it early. He's been throwing it often. He's been throwing it all over the yard and with a lot of success.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. From the old SWC to the SEC, this rivalry has remained strong, and in this one, the Hogs were too much for the Aggies to handle. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments.